Hey guys, how's it going? Today just wanted to hop on here and talk about um, how to stop self-sabotage in its tracks. Okay. That actually, I don't even know what I was going to talk about today. I had a couple things in mind, but for some reason this is just um, coming to me a lot more clearly that that's what I should be talking about. So, um, before we get started, feel free. If you like what you hear, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and then the bell so that you get notified whenever I come on live. I would like to say, I come live every Thursday at 9 o'clock in the morning. However, you know, working mom life doesn't always allow me to be as consistent as I want, but I'm here now. And so if you hit the bell, you will get the notifications whenever I do come live. And it's just not the same time or the same day of the week each week. So, um, so the reason I wanted to talk about this is self-sabotage hit me kind of hard today. Um, so I had these plans, right? And a lot of the things that I had planned were going to kind of push me out of my comfort zone, or they were things that I'm like, that they're just still new to me, right? And so sometimes that can be kind of scary. So I had these on the plan. I was all excited. I was like, okay, I'm going to focus on these things today and get them done. And, actually recording videos is still kind of one of those things that I'm learning, and it's getting me out of my comfort zone. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do my video, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And I was like, yes, I have like all day to get that done, right? And so I woke up this morning, and I woke up to do my normal morning routine that I always do. And it was just one of those mornings where I'm like, my pets were driving me crazy. They were in and out of the house. I was doing all these things. I went to start my yoga and realized that I completely forgot to turn on the coffee maker. And I just wasn't feeling great. I just was like, man, I feel off. I just don't feel great. I feel like I need to lay down for a little bit longer. Um, and I usually give myself plenty of times in the morning. So I was like, okay, I can still lay down for a little bit longer and get up at a reasonable time. And so I laid down and I was like, I'll just, push back all of the things that I was going to start working on. I'll just push them back a little bit. And I slept for a little bit, but not really. And then I got up and I was feeling okay. And then as it was like, do these things, oh, I'll make my girls breakfast, then I'll, do the things I need to get done. And then it was like slowly getting pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. And so something I would have done in the past is I would have just kept pushing those back until eventually they just won't get done, right? And then what happens is when that happens, you feel like, at least for me, then I'm hard on myself and I feel guilty and I like beat myself up over it, like, oh, I had the day to get these things done. I slept in too late, and then I was focusing on this and I was focusing on that, and then I didn't get anything done, right? And then that guilt sets in, right? And so that was kind of starting to happen. So kind of how to stop it in its tracks. Okay, and that's kind of what I did today, which is great, right? Because you see me on this video right now, so I must have done something to like push me on here, right? And so one of the things I realized in like, oh man, I'm still not feeling well. Maybe I should just rest today, right? Maybe I should just take the day off and just rest. And not that there's anything wrong with that, taking a day off to rest, but finally I realized, like, am I not feeling well because I'm actually not feeling well and I need to take the day to rest? Or is it because because I'm doing something that's pushing me out of my comfort zone, that I'm self-sabotaging, right? And then once I kind of came to that realization, which is kind of like my first step in like how to stop the self-sabotage, is to just kind of recognize it for what it is, right? And I didn't have a clear answer at first. Like it was, am I not feeling well? Or is this my body like telling me, stop, stop, don't do this, right? You're about to go out of your comfort zone. I'm trying to keep you safe, right? The ego. Um, and so what I did was I was like, well, I'm still not feeling well. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to still kind of keep getting ready, but I'm just going to take it a little bit easier. I'm going to give myself grace and know that I'm not starting as early as I wanted to, but I still have all day. Right. So I kind of shifted my mindset to that abundance of like, I have enough time to get this done, even if I didn't start at 7 a.m. like I wanted to. Okay. Because I actually started at like 10:30, 11 o'clock today. Okay. I could have let that ruin me. Right. I slept in too late. I don't feel well. It's just a wash of a day. But instead, I was like, I still have time. I still have time. Okay. So once you kind of notice what's happening, and a lot of you might start to notice like patterns or trends. Like for me, it was like, oh, you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Right. So my body and mind was like, we need to keep you safe. So we're going to start like making you feel like you're not feeling well. So you can't do those things that are going to push you out of your comfort zone. So the first step is to recognize it. The next thing I did was to kind of mentally prepare myself. So I did, and this is today. I know I did like in the past. This is today. So one of the things I did was just like call it out. I feel fine. This is self-sabotage. I'm going to keep doing it. Okay. Having those positive affirmations. So like I was just like, I believe in myself. I'm confident I can do this, right? I believe in myself. I'm confident I can do this. So having just those affirmations to like stop, you know, stop the hamster wheel, right? And say, no, wait, this is my body just trying to keep me safe and in my comfort zone, right? And once you acknowledge that, you can move on. Also, you guys are seeing the fancier version of me. I did my makeup, got dressed, did my hair. So picked out a cute outfit that I like wearing and I feel good. So kind of that dressing for the part, right? So that was another way that I kind of combated that self-sabotage is like, no, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it like a boss babe, right? If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So just having those affirmations, dressing confident, and then kind of that positive self-talk of like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have like progress over perfection, right? And realizing like, it's not too late, just because I started later in the day doesn't mean it's too late to get anything done, right? It's 11 in the morning. That's not that late, right? So that's kind of how I stopped self-sabotage directly in its tracks today. I feel like I had something else to say about that. It's not coming to me. I even have my notes, guys. I wrote down notes on what to say, and now I forgot. So I'm just going to take a drink of my coffee, and I choose to know, and we'll see if it comes back. While I'm thinking about that, if you guys are into like mindset stuff, mindfulness stuff, all of that kind of things, being able to, stay productive and motivated, even if things like road bumps and blocks come up. I have a Facebook group all about that where we share tips and hacks and things like that. It's called Mindful and Motivated Moms. You don't have to be a mom, okay? You can be a dad. Just kidding. You can be a dad, or you don't have to have any kids or anything like that. But I'll put there's a link in the description if you want to join that. If not, no big deal. I figured, I talk about this kind of stuff in there. So I'm looking through my notes like it's going to come back. All right, well, we're at 10 minutes, so I'll just go ahead and let you guys go. Feel free to leave me a comment or anything like that. If you have any ahas, or if you have any, self-sabotage hacks or things like that. And again, just kind of recognizing, I think the biggest thing is just acknowledging the fact of when we are self-sabotaging, because if we can acknowledge it, then we can find the solutions and move past it, right? And then we don't get all of that guilt, right? And that's the biggest thing for me is I self-sabotage and then there's guilt, and we don't need that in our lives, right? Alrighty, you guys have the best day. I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.